Hello everybody, and welcome to another Fundamental Games game playthrough. Today we're going to play a game of Relics of Rajivahara. This is made by Joe Slack, and this is a solo puzzle board game. And this is just on Tabletop Simulator right now and some print and play sites, just as he prepares to launch the game, probably on Kickstarter and then publishing it. And so I've had a chance to play it a few times, and now I want to show you how it works. So I'm just going to get rid of this tile here, and let's kind of read through what it is first. So you're an adventurer and thrill seeker, Virginia Rivers. You've discovered the ancient temple of Rajivahara, known for its legendary treasures. Of course, if you find them, you'll take them to a museum where they'll be properly cared for and not even think of keeping any for yourself. But you're not the only one who discovered the temple. Your nemesis, Professor Montello, has beaten you there. Only he wants more than treasure. He wants to summon the spirits of Rajivahara and take over the world. You must complete the goal for each room to advance to the next level and challenge Montello himself before he escapes to the next floor. Only by capturing all the gems, completing each room's goal, and stopping your nemesis will you keep the world safe, and maybe make a little profit on the side. So this is a game consisting of 50 levels spread over 5 floors, and I'm not going to go into all the details of that because you'll read or see all about that as the board game progresses. But what I'm going to do today is just go through one sample level and show you some of the basics of how this game works. So the game setup would give you a board. It's always the same size, so it's 5 tiles across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles long, and then a border which don't count as tiles, so 5 by 8. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw your sample level, and these might be in a certain sequence if you're going to progress from easiest to hardest. I'm picking one that I've already played actually, so I'm just going to sort through, and I will search because you don't want to see me fumble through if I don't have to. So there's one that I've played through, and I think I have a pretty good idea of how to take it over. So it's called so you can see all these different cards here. Out of Reach, Slip and Slide, Treacherous, Fire in the Hole, Good Things Come in Threes, all kinds of different ones here. We're going to do On Top of a Mountain. So we're going to stop searching that, flip those over, and so we're doing the On the Top of a Mountain scene. And so what this card does is it gives you a goal on the bottom. It says get the gem. And what you have to do every time you get one of these cards is you have to kind of build the level out of cubes. So there's cubes in the game, quite a few different kinds. There's wooden crates, there is stone, there is ice, there is fire, and there is water. And each of those have different abilities that you can do when you push them, or some of them can't be pushed at all. But we're just going to set up this particular level. So what we have to do here is you can see on the reference card that the bottom pieces are wooden crates. So you can see there wooden crates, and above those wooden crates are ice blocks. So I actually have to stack the ice blocks on top of the wooden blocks, and then also a few stone blocks. So let's put that into action. First of all, let's place me. I'm going to be the green meeple. And so if you see on the card there, I actually have to place myself 3 up. So 1, 2, 3 up and centered. So that is me, Virginia Rivers. I think, did I get that name right? Yeah, Virginia Rivers. Then I'm going to place a wooden crate here, and I'm going to place a wooden crate here. And on top of those wooden crates, I'm going to place ice crates, or ice blocks. All right. And then we're going to place a wooden block here, and a wooden block here, and an ice crate, or ice block, and an ice block. And then just make sure I have these positioned right. No, I'm a little bit off. So if you get these off, your whole puzzle will not work. So it's meticulously designed, and you have to follow it precisely. So these actually belong here, 1 block away from the border. So now they're in the right position. These ones down here, 1 block away from the border, so they're in the right position. And then right here, I put 3 stone blocks. All right. And so to give you a quick review for this particular level about the blocks, wooden crates can be moved in any direction that you push it. So I can go here, push it this way. Let me just straighten this out. There, straighten that out. So if I go from here, I'm allowed to push it this way 1. If I go on this side of it, I could push it this way 1. If I go on this side of it, I could push it this way 1. And if I go on this side of it, I could push it this way 1. So you can always push wooden blocks in any direction, except for when you get to a wall, you cannot push it any further against a wall, and you're not ever allowed to pull any blocks. When it comes to an ice block, if you push an ice block, it will keep sliding all the way until it hits a barrier, whether it's the border of the room or slides up against another block, and then it'll stop. So it's got a slippery surface, it always slides until it can go no further. And then stone blocks, these cannot be moved at all. If they happen to be on top of something and you move something out from under it, it'll drop. But other than that, these blocks cannot be moved. They're immovable. If we had fire, you couldn't stand on a fire block, and fire will melt ice blocks. And if you had water, water would put out fire blocks. But we're not playing with those this time around, but just knowing that those are other challenges. And then the last piece of this puzzle, you can see on top of the 3 stone blocks, there's a little gem. And the gem is the whole purpose of the game. So we would put that on top, and our goal is to acquire this gem. Dun, 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 magical gem. So that we can help stop Montello. Alright, or at least catch up with him. So I start here. Where I start doesn't matter a whole lot in this particular puzzle, but in some puzzles it may matter, because if you're trapped behind certain things, you may only be able to push blocks in a certain way. Now, in this game, unlike most games, this game you don't have any actual official turn rounds or number of turns or time limits or any of that. So it's a very freedom-based game, and you kind of have to think of it in the context of a slide puzzle or a Sudoku or kind of a personal puzzle like that, where the only limitation is your own brain power, patience, and problem-solving skills. So I can tell you that one of the other levels I've tried I haven't defeated yet, and I'm sure there's many more levels in this game that I will have trouble defeating, but I have managed to take this one down. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So first thing I have to do is figure out how could I possibly get to the top to get to that gem. Well, one of the rules for that, and I'll show you on these blocks again, is when you're next to a block, you're allowed to stand on top of it, unless it's fire or water. Now, I'm not standing so well, but the idea is if you're next to a block, you can stand on top of it. Alright, so I can stand on top of that block. If you're on top of a block and the next block is 2 blocks high, you can then stand on top of that block. And so the only way I could possibly get to the top of this is if I have a 1 and a 2 block somewhere around it. So that's kind of how I was trying to work out this puzzle. So how can I do that? Well, my first step that I did is I moved over here, and I figure I would push this wooden block. So if I go on this side of it, if I push the wooden block, the ice from, basically I grab this and I push it forward, and the ice falls down. It always falls down. It doesn't go with it, so you can never push 2 blocks at the same time. So now I've pushed this wooden block here. So what purpose is that going to serve me? Well, not much right now. It doesn't get me anywhere close to the boulder. So I'm going to push this ice out of the way. The ice will slide until it hits the next block, so it slides there. Then I'm going to come over here, push my wooden block here, come over here, push my wooden block here, and then I'm going to come over here and just straighten this out. And I'm going to push it right here. Alright. So that wooden block is in position because I pushed it one at a time until I came to here. But that's not going to help me. I could stand up here, but when I stand up there, I'm still too far away to get to the top. I need one more. So how could I possibly do that? Well, let's continue trying some more. I'm going to come on over here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go over here, push this wooden block over, the ice falls down, and then I'm going to try to get off my tuchus here, flip this guy over, and I will push this wooden block this way 1, Here we're going to do overhead view, maybe that'll help. Then I'll stand here, push this block 1, then I'm going to run around these ice blocks, push this block this way, push it this way, push it this way. Man, I'm getting tired. Virginia Rivers did not have enough Wheaties to do all this hard work, but she'll keep trying. There. So now we've got 2 wooden blocks in place. What else can I do? Well, I may have messed up. So because if I push any of these ice blocks, they're going to keep sliding until they hit another one. So the idea is I've got to get a block into here. Oh, it's still possible. Okay, I'll show you what I'll do. I'm going to come back over to this side, run all the way around here. I'm going to push this block over 1. And I'm not going to worry about these yet. First thing I want to do is run over here and take a look at this ice. When I give this ice a push, because it's sliding physics mechanic, it's going to slide all the way over here with a single push. Alright. And then I come over here and I can give it another push. Alright. And might have messed this up. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I think I might have messed it up. Yeah. This isn't exactly how I solved it the first time, but it just goes to show you that there's more than one way to skin a cat, I think, as a reference. Maybe there's not. Let's see. If I got this ice block, over here, the main thing is, yeah, I can't get that into the corner. I may have messed all this up. So if I got the wooden block into the corner, I wouldn't be able to move it. What I really need to do is just be able to get one block in here somehow. A little bit of a brain burner right now. I'll push this block this way. Step here, push this ice block, it has to slide over here. And I'm going to come, let's try this. I'll push myself over here, push this block here, push this over here, push this block here. I'll just try to rotate it back into place there. Okay, so now I can come, where can I run to now? Okay, I'm going to run over here, push this ice block this way, and then I'm going to come all the way over here, give this ice block a push, come on over here, and give it another push, and go all the way down here. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, then I run over here. Oh, Virginia's getting really tired. This is a lot more work than I did the first time I played. I'll step up here, because now I can step up one. I can push this ice one forward. And then I can jump down here, push this block this way, and run all the way around here. And you can see I had a path there. And I'll push this block, and then I will push this block. Now these blocks should sit straight on the ground. Yep. So there you go. Now we're talking. Then I'm going to run over here and push the wooden block out. Slide over here, push the wooden block over, jump up here, give this ice a nice push, and it will stop there. Whoopsie. Let's just pop that back a sec. Okay. Alright, now I push the ice, it slides forward to here. And there you have it, folks. Virginia Rivers takes a broad step, jump, 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 jump. And she has acquired the gem. And that is the goal of the game. So Virginia Rivers found a way, and you can see how much time it took me to refigure out my path. Even having beaten it before, I kind of moved my blocks around in a different pattern, and I was still able to figure out this little push around puzzle. So, and what's really neat is there's just so many different varieties in the game. And some of these puzzles will really hurt your brain trying to figure it out, or some of them you may struggle to figure out at all. So the fact that there's 50 levels included with the game, if you like puzzle games, if you like mental challenges, this would be a cool game to invest in. Or if you know somebody that enjoys things like Sudoku and stuff like that, this is less a board game and more of a puzzle, but it's thematic and just got some cool visuals to it. I know the art was done by Tristam Rossin, who's a fantastic artist. He's worked on one of my games, and I've seen him work on quite a few projects. He actually has one called The Trench, or Mariana's Trench, coming out soon, that I think looks amazing. But regardless, Relics of Rajivahara, illustrated by Tristam Rossin and designed by Joe Slack, I think is going to be a great addition to the solo board game world, as well as just anybody who likes puzzles. So there you have it. That is Relics of Rajivahara. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful day.